When I look at the history here at Mayville School District, you can definitely see a high level of commitment to our infrastructure, to all of those priorities. The general budgets for school districts are getting tighter and tighter. Parkview, our primary elementary, the needs there are HVAC updates. We're looking at adding air climate control, air conditioning, to really make sure we're taking care of that environment. We did have a major investment to take care of mold abatement, and we want to make sure that the rest of the building's really taken care of moving ahead. Our middle school, the infrastructure, some of it is 20 years old and it needs some updates. Most of that is HVAC with some exterior work that needs to be done as well. The high school is 53 years old, and a lot of the equipment is beyond its useful life. So we're fortunate that the equipment has lasted as long as it has, but now we're beyond the actual repair mode and we're looking at replacement mode.
You know, I think the biggest need that we have at Parkview is climate control. You'll find numerous dehumidifiers that are set up throughout the building, both in the springtime and in the fall. At Parkview a year ago, we actually had to shut our gymnasium down because we had a moisture buildup and a mold incident.
With our building being 20 years old now, there are certain parts of the building that need more attention to be brought back up to speed, including our heating and cooling system. Our front entryway makes it difficult for visitors to access our building. Our playground has some wear and tear that is creating a safety hazard with water pooling and freezing during the winter months. Our immediate needs are to take care of the infrastructure and the safety and security needs that we're faced with right now.
In the high school in particular, a lot of the infrastructure has been identified as being 20 to 30 years beyond what the industry would consider its normal life expectancy. That's a testimony to how well those facilities were cared for and maintained, but we've come to a point where the needs of those facilities to keep them functioning is now exceeding what we can do on an operational budget. In our middle school and our elementary school, we have safe and secured entrances where when visitors come to the building, they have to go through a double set of entry doors and report directly to the main office. At the high school, visitors buzz in, they're allowed into the building and trusted to walk straight to the main office. However, there are lots of other paths that those visitors could take other than coming to the office, creating a situation where safety and security is in jeopardy.
The referendum would really help at the high school in expanding and increasing the size of our classrooms. At the high school, there are office spaces outside most of our classrooms. By taking down the walls between the classrooms and the office spaces, we'll create larger classrooms. We also need updated labs in our science classrooms. These classrooms have not been updated since 1964.
Our food science area is in the same area that we could be doing building construction, along with small engines and having the engines split open all in that same location. There is a chance for contamination from sawdust or oil, and I think the referendum would give us separate spaces so we could be running those labs and really giving the students the best opportunities in our department.
We have pieces of equipment that probably were built in the 50s or 60s. Finding parts to fix those things is not impossible, but you know, how many times do you want to keep putting money into something? When we're looking at manufacturing and how fast it's advanced in even 5 or 10 years, and we're using and teaching our students how to use stuff that's been 20 plus years old, we're teaching them the basics, but we're not going any further.
Our auditorium is a space that is greatly in need of some upgrade. Anybody with a disability that would come to our facility would find very limited seating. I have some reservations about safety and security in that space. Those steep stairs present a safety problem. In the athletic world, one storage space serves the entire Phy-Ed department. Athletics struggles to find places to store all of their equipment and their uniforms.
The setup of the locker rooms and the age of the locker rooms are a challenge when you're trying to talk to the team in a setting like that. There's another room with laundry services. The officials go in there. Our trainer, Mike Couric, is in there. You got the officials changing, and then there's a kid getting his ankle taped in the same room. It just doesn't look right.
Lots of challenges for folks when they come into our building that a project like this would address. In the big picture, we look to improve our learning spaces. We look to upgrade the infrastructure that is well beyond its life expectancy in a lot of cases throughout the district. And we look to upgrade the safety and security to make sure that our students and staff have a safe place to learn and work.
Right now, the interest rate environment is at a historical low still. The construction costs we do know are going up, we believe, on about a 3% average on an annual basis. And our middle school debt just recently fell off, giving us one of our lowest mill rates that our community's experienced in years.
This referendum really is a way for everyone in the community to come together and kind of rally around what's important in education.
The Mayville community is a fabulously supportive community. In the 20 years that I have been within this district, I've seen nothing but support that comes from this community for our school district, and I look forward to that support continuing in the future.